I'm Ashokkumar Mistry. I'm an artist based in Leicester, and I'm also a member of the Onyx collective. I'm a brown male in his almost in his 50s, and I've been asked by Disability Arts Online to do a content takeover on behalf of Onyx.
Okay. My name is Ngozi Ugochukwu. I am a Black woman and I am wearing a hat, baseball hat, a jumper which is blue with orange. It's like diamond pattern, so you can see the orange come through the jumper, and it's a light blue, like a baby blue jumper. Yeah, and I'm in my flat with it's got white walls and there's a pink lamp in the background, and to my left and then to my right is pictures on a glass table.
So today I'm talking to Ngozi Ugochukwu. Hi Ngozi, how are you today?
I'm good and very well.
What's the weather like there?
Do you know what? It's really nice. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's got blue skies, a bit of cloud, but from where I live, this is a good day because it usually just rains.
That's good. That's good. It's a little bit changeable here. I think it's a little bit windy out, so we get cloud cover and bits of sunshine. So yeah. Anyway, it's good to see you again. It's been quite a while since we all got together as the group, as the Onyx group.
Yeah. No, it's been a while. It's good to see you as well.
Yeah, warm memories of those days. But it's great to talk to you about your work again as well. Your fantastic photography work. And Ngozi, if you could just tell us a little bit about your practice, that'd be brilliant, just to kick us off.
Yeah. So I'm a photographer, but I would say multidisciplinary because I also write and I direct, but not drama or anything. It's mainly like factual stuff with my job and short form. But I want to go into the theatrical side of directing. But my mainstay is photography. It's a passion I've had since as a kid, and it's one of those things that you didn't think you could even get a career out of it. I was never encouraged to do it at school, but I always knew when I had a camera, this was amazing, and I loved it. And so yeah, so I'm a photographer. It's taken me a long time to actually say I am a photographer. That kind of imposter syndrome always crops up, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It does. I still feel that kind of, it almost feels like someone's hand on your shoulder, and it's quite terrifying sometimes. But the work is fantastic, and you really bring this fresh sense of perspective in your photographic work, and you can kind of see that performative background in the work as well, in terms of how you frame the shot and so on. It really kind of comes through.
It's really weird, isn't it, as an artist, that you do it and you put it out there and it reflects back on you, and you don't realize that what you're saying sometimes or how you do it, because it's so instinctive. And it's not until we have conversations like this or people see it and they see things that you don't even thought of saying or even didn't even realize you were doing when you took the photograph. So
if you could just tell us a little bit about how rest becomes a part of your practice, how you develop ideas and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's rest. I've been thinking about this question. For me, I struggle because I'm so kind of active. I'm so like got to do things, and like I'm always figuring out how I can do something when there's loads of balls I need to juggle. So when I do rest, it's almost a complete shutdown. It's like I don't move, and I I, just literally sit there either listening to audiobooks or watching something on a box set or on a streaming channel, and I literally just, that's it. I don't move from like, so if it's a Friday, I don't move again until the Monday morning. And I always felt really guilty about that, because you go into, you meet friends or they go, "What did you do at the weekend?" And I'm like, "Oh, you must have to lie because you can't say." I literally did nothing for 48 hours. They look at you as you're a bit mad, but I've discovered that's how I recharge and kind of get myself ready for whatever I'm doing, whatever project, whether it's a work or just even sometimes meeting friends. If I've been really busy, it's allowing me to just get that energy back that I need. And as I get older, I don't know if it's my old age, because I'm not old, but I don't know if it's a symptom of old age or if it's my disability, because my disability, as I get older, I will get weaker and tireder. So it's really important that I start thinking about that more and appreciating that you just need to take a break. Just take a break.
Yeah. But is it quite a contemplative space in the sense that are you kind of thinking things through as well, or do you literally have to distract yourself from your work?
No, I think it depends on where I am in the project. If I'm like in the middle of something, it's sometimes it is just like shut down. But then other times I do use it to think things through when I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to do something and I can't think how I'm going to do it, or I need to write a proposal. I can't think of what I need to say. Sometimes just taking that step back makes me go, "Oh yeah, you can write that." It's almost like you're spending months thinking about something, and in that moment of just taking a beat, it comes just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I use it in both aspects in that respect. But I actually love it. I don't think just thinking through the questions that you given me, it's made me realise how much I do really appreciate taking that time out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's a time that everyone wants to take from you, and you have to really hold that space and that time in order to kind of recharge that creative battery. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about how you develop work. Do you work in stages? What's more important to you? Is it kind of the process or is it the finished work? I mean, you're quite a perfectionist. I've always noticed, everything has to be in place, and so where do your kind of focuses lie?
I think it's the end. It's just interesting what you said. You don't really notice stuff about you. I live alone as well, so you don't realise what you're kind of like because you haven't got like a partner going, "You are this." So it's quite interesting you said that. It's the basis of what you said make me that mirror. It's the end process. It's making it look right. It's making it, if you're doing digitally editing it, getting the right colours. Sometimes I've done it and I've looked at it and I thought, "This isn't right." I spent another like days re-editing it because it just didn't look right. And once you do one re-editing it, you've got to do it all, because especially if it's part of a collection of photographs. So yeah, it is, it's the end process, because if you think about it, taking a picture, I suppose for me, I find it really natural taking a picture because I think it's my filmmaking background. I can see things, and so for me, taking it is not the difficult part, where it could be for other people. So for me, I can do that. Boom, I like that shot. But then the true art comes in manipulating it and making it look beautiful, or making it not look beautiful. But that's part of the process.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy. I've learned to enjoy, and I've realised how much I enjoy bringing people together to help you. It's like the project management side of it. I've started to enjoy that actually, because you really see that one grain of an idea, and it starts growing and growing and growing, and you go, oh my god, this is going to happen. So I've learned to enjoy that process as well.
Fantastic. I mean, it really gives a great insight into the care that you take when you're creating an image. I'm actually quite the opposite. I'm quite slapdash. And for me, sometimes the process of making is so we're quite contrast to each other in that sense. But sometimes that contrast is really interesting when you put works together, when you put people together, as we do in the collective. You know, we've got so many different people with different talents and different ways of working, and that approach and that contrasting approach is really interesting, especially when you put two people together and they've got contrasting ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Get some really interesting work coming out.
Yeah.
And what have you been working on? Are you able to talk about it?
Yeah, no,
Latest work.
Yeah, to be honest, it's really, really, really early stages, because I keep, it's about the motivation. It's keep getting that motivation and keep stopping and starting. And because my practice is not my full-time occupation, which I wish it was, I keep kind of like going off course. So there's things in my head at the moment that I've always wanted to do, and so I'm going to do it. Put it out there. Hopefully, it'll happen. Nobody will steal it. And if they do, it wasn't meant to be, but I don't know. So I've had this idea to mix photography for my stairs. Go back to stairs. I've done photographies on scars, which I want to go back to. But the one I want to focus on for my next project is do a map of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, looking at taking pictures of stairs, but through the socio-economical backgrounds and different areas within the United Kingdom, north, south, but through looking through stairs. Sounds a bit left field, I think. I've explained what I want to do, but I also, at the back of that, I also want to do a sculpture of stairs by using wheelchairs. So
Right.
yeah,
So there's the photography is kind of moving into kind of more sculptural work. Is actually really interesting.
I keep, this is why I'm going to keep stopping and starting, and but I want to just use to see if it works, because it might not even work, but that's the idea, is to use this, because if you think about a wheelchair, if you turn it upside down, it does look like a step. So I want to use those to see if I can to create this kind of huge stairway. But I also, this is when it gets a bit kind of I think a lot of disabled people might not like me. I don't want to make it accessible. So I would like to make a viewing platform that disabled people can't go and see. So you as a standing person could look down at the sculpture, but as a disabled person, you can't go up to it, because it's almost making a political statement as well that we're still not accessible in this country. And so I'm kind of playing with that. It's really in its infancy, so it could completely change when I get to do it. But that's the idea I want to do.
Sure. And has your kind of like the approach to your ideas, has it kind of evolved over the last few years in terms of what you're photographing and so on?
I think to be honest, I was just doing it, and now I want to do it and say something. I think I was always saying something, but I didn't realize I was saying something. So in the sense that people could see something in what I was doing through my collections, but now
it was like it was coded.
So like I literally like to do a map of the United Kingdom through stairs. So you go to Scotland, the Highlands, you go to Cornwall, you go to Wales, you look at castles, you look at tenement buildings. You look, council estates. You look at posh areas in Kensington. I don't know. Just across the country, and just to see, because you get buildings that look different. They look different. So why wouldn't stairs and the architecture of stairs be different? They might not be, but I want to see if it's true.
Yeah. It reminds me of I think, is it the Herbert Gallery in Coventry, where you walk in and there's this concourse, and there's this very long, flat staircase to one side that just leads you up to the main galleries at the top, and it feels really out of place. The way it's been designed just feels like the staircase is almost part of the wall.
Oh wow! I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
You see, and it doesn't. It's also getting access to private buildings, private homes. Another little idea I'd love to do as well is to take stairs of celebrities,
right?
But you don't see the celebrity, and you might only have a clue of the celebrity maybe by their feet or by some indication on the stairs, but it's not about the celebrity, it's about their stairs.
Sure. And that's the work that you have been doing, but what, in terms of the last piece of work that you've been working on, what have been the catalysts and the challenges for that, or the last body of work that you've created?
I think the last one really was the Onyx stuff. For me, it was just to try, how could I make it different? I don't know. How could I push it forward? And to be honest, I don't know if I really did push it forward, but I that's just been hard on myself. I think I struggled to try and think what I could do for it. I like what I did, but it for me, it didn't come easy this time for some reason.
I think it was quite a truncated timescale as well.
Yeah,
we didn't really have the time to experiment.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that it was. I think what we were trying to do, we were trying to come together and deliver something. So something's got to give, isn't it, in that respect? But there's no. I'm really pleased what I delivered, but I struggled for some reason, which was bizarre because it's in my wheelhouse. It's what I do. But I wanted to try and do something different, and I don't think I did it enough. But I was pleased what the outcome of it in the end. And it, like you said, it was. I wanted to play more with shadows, and I didn't really get an opportunity in that respect. And that was all to do with my own skills as well. So I'm really learning because I'm self-taught. I'm not, I've not had that formal training, and so that's the kind of areas I'd like to develop within myself as well, to really experiment with photography.
Yeah, well, it's been fantastic speaking to you today.
Yeah, thank you.
All the best with your future projects.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. That was really nice, and that went really quickly as well. So thank you for asking to speak to me as well.
Thanks.